Today I want to come and read for you something in your lifetime. All right, this means about very important to me. This question is very important to me too. Okay, I think for you and for me too. Because of this Bible verse, a lot of people think about me too. I think about that. This okay, wedding clothes mean what is the wedding clothes? Okay, wedding clothes. Okay, I don't understand about the thing. Before I talk about the wedding clothes is given to the example of Jesus. Okay, this is Jesus. I think we think about like that. Me, I think too. Someone thinking like that too. When I preach in time like that. But I want to tell you about today is what is the meaning about the wearing clothes mean. Okay, here Matthew chapter 22 verse 11 talk about, but when the king came in to see the guests, he noticed a man there who was not wearing wedding clothes. This is a very important part out of this. Okay, pay ne pekle ko kwata se pho ta ma ta ro pa le tin nyai ni pe ro phat ko li so si ta to ba kha le ta ko ra le si wala ba te te ma de le no away ni ba te na ma ta la mo po kwa aku to no ta la mo aku to ba te na ma pele le pele but ko ba ko yo me hi pele le dro me hi pele ta lo ko pu de me hi a redo tele ba su tho we da ba kha lo ta la mo aku to ne lo away ni e ro te we de ne lo ba mo no ko le phai ni no ta ku to khai ba mo no a redo le what is the mean very important to us phai ni e ro le phat ko ba kha lo phai ni le ma ta se lo kisiki sa pho no kisiki sa pho to sitter ni ka tu ta ro pwa di lo do tu so pa hen kwa pa mo pho ta pha do thi pwa ta ku ta to ba pa mo pho ku to ba ta ka pha ni lo pa mo pho ku to pa le ne lo mo pu ni ba to se ko mo aku to se ko lo pa ki te ma me le ne tro ro ba ku tho tu tho we da pa ki te ma la ta ki ta wa ta me me le pa tu ki ta le pu lo phai ne ye e ro le pha ne de ku ba kha le li so si ta ba thwe ta we I ne me me ni ti mi le okay I want to read for you about the something important here is the okay here is the second chronicle chapter 5 verse 3 talk about a little bit here my friends my brothers here this is a meaning about that the ark brought to the temple you know that the ark brought to the temple Israel people gathering right yeah I want to read for you about that and all the men of Israel come together to the king at the time of the festival in the 7th month away ni pagite ma lo pakko ade ni phesek to ni pe ro phali lo le khu ka no ta aselo ye sabut ne ktu da de lo do Israel apa ka nyo khelo opho su so pa o le tama bu apu le la nui la ta la lo pa ha ki so ki we da pagite ma lo jwa ta la su ta li bu pho mu ni pa ba ma so si o lo pa ka nyo te pa he opho lo ta hi ta klu we ni lo okay, I want to read for you about the Ephesians because all Ephesians is the Paul written. Okay, Paul written. Pene pagkita mala Ephesian mera la so Paul kwene mera pa Ephesian putir pa awan long. Okay, here the Ephesians chapter 4 verse 24 talk about little bit here and to push on the new self created to be like God in truth, righteousness, and holiness. Righteousness and holiness in truth. God in truth. Okay. when he pick about thing young tamata, the target when he pick up a two part of the tamu pusicolo. Corala, if it's a shadow Louis, a sabukisi next to Radilo, good talk to talk. Do not thought the athala, taloga juato. Good talk to talk, do not thought the athala, taloga juato. Good out of a main letter drop, make it a main letter chichon, but good talk to talk with that. Bagdema away in not thought the attack. The tupata, for Bakuro to Robra. Bagaba Logade to Casayo. Bagaba epocanyo, Dijua epocanyo. A winning one of Pacalura Purolo, Joapunilo. A winning one of Pacacuro per me poiler, a lener, the lamo, a moputilo. Per me, Pamo Pudica, soon about Kuro to Tagi Taklu when in the Babathina Sicolta. Vitaklo when it's sicolo. Mimi didn't or pay ni, but thin yala, Bagabakuro to Logaro Juatu, Leta Totalo, did not know Penny tak Totaluni, Gabakuropoa, Tasota si no, a poo, did I? Tasota si no poo. Holiness, righteousness, a when it Babatin yana, Tak Totalo, Tasota si no, Bagabadi, that clear one in all. Don't pay no pero. Particle associated to sickle, Sapoluque, without Tagita Clulo, Bakuro to Rovera, more good to a geclu sigolo. Payne Catuda of Waller, Minutumilla, Colossians chapter 3, verse 10, verse 12, talk about a little bit. Pay up again a maler, Colossians said to third support the cedar sea keening Catuda of Wadilo, Devida. And has put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge in the image of its creator. Image of its creator. When it patin yellow patamupula, patahutaga sicolo. Penitsikine talk about therefore, as God chosen people, holy and dearly loved, clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. Pay particular dominant pay compassion, kindness, humility, gentleness, and patience. That is why I about a polar, but Tamupumaro, Pelenilla, Mopu Thesical. I want a takuta to look a bakuta to talk here, Clunilon. Penny, Pacalequa, Licolosse, a sedo, third, support the sea, the siki nigger to that padilo, Pacam wash or the tacky to penny, Tebradi long. Do tu kuto to rocky, li patola tamaki or tosu tatinya, deep wati or tagaki of Tonilo, Nelly, the Tano Kutaro. The siki nitera mother de Nilo, deep wall, Joakuto or Poissosi. Do poile or tira patune, kuto to tota taganyo, ta magida, ta solota, ta tasu, ta witha sutapani, kaba uropoalo, pamimi poake kona, pamimi poale akalene le mupune, ta riwene kaba ulepule, papuro. Want to go to them? Wedding banquets, okay, we show wearing this thing. Remembers, my friends, my brothers, and my sisters, you are the image of its creator. After that, you should clothe yourself with compassion, kindness, humanity, gentleness, and patience. This is a very grateful that Paul talk about to the Ephesians. Oh, sorry, Colossians, right? Okay, I want to read for you about the Revelation chapter 3, verse 4, talk about a little bit. Revelation chapter 3, verse 4, talk about highs and Here is the Revelation chapter 3, verse 4. Talk about a little bit. I want to read for you, my friends. Yes, you have a few people in Sardius who have not sold their clothes. They will walk with me, dressed in white, for they were worthy. For they were worthy. You should think about carefully in your lifetime. Okay, you should think about like that. ဖိတော်လေလော့ဖလာဆရုသဆဘလူနေတေရတယ်လေဘာသာတော်နဥတော်ပွားအမီလေစာဒီအပူရှာကလဲအတမဘအဘအကူတူဘတမဘအဘအတူကိုအကူတူဘ not solid their clothes တမဘအဘအကူတူဘဝင်တေရနေတော့ကဟာဝဲတော့ယာလအကူတူဝါလောအဂေဒီမီAgree about a weddin they will walk with me dressed in white or for they are worthy pagdada mala awani pagdada mala no agree me agree about talo agree about ne worthy no letanu kudara pakra sukumulu patamu pulo patapa tu patana ta ku ta to ni တမေလေခရီပါနော်ဘာကူတော့သူတော့တာလေဘာခါလမနေလေတာမေတာတော့နော်ဝမ်းနေပြီတာစောတာရှိအပူနေလို့ခုတော့ပကလေဖကွာစစ်ကော page 7 I want to read for you about the Revelation chapter 16 verse 15 talk about a little bit here Behold I come like a thief Blessed is he who stays awake and keeps his clothes with him, so that he may not go naked and be shamefully exposed. Penny Pagdevada keep his clothes with him. Pagdeva Papa Hiha. Pagdana malo pachiku chikane kaba uropwa baba bagale pa pagdana panno khobu patyoti dine etu sikolo phaine katu daro lilo plus do tesiku sobersi ane kwa yehedi tabla atulo I came like a thief okay yehedi tabla atu nilo pwale asuto Wala asuto awani pabati nya no who stay awake asutora tera phane sut dine mano no do hika akutu dido atutale obisirgi hika akutu dido atutale obisirgi phane not go naked obisi ledale bisi Litano pura papa pro patalo patamo putagi taklu we sikolo patapi tama pusikolo we do tu ti atame sarigi tapani basu giwelo tu ti atame sarigi tapani basu giwelo shamefully exposed I want it tu ti tamesha no be shamefully exposed Litano gora pakra patu patalo tagi taklu khai le patamu pusikolo takuta tolo babato ni bati nyale tameta to pulo tameta to ta sota silo Litano gora tume le pame mara le tikra ba wali do ni awani babati nyale patikra ta lo dini etubani babana pusikolo No pain last one is Revolution chapter 19 verse 8 talk about a little bit Fine linen, bright and clean, was given her to wear. Fine linen stand for the righteous act of the saint. Let us put it up. You should think about here. Okay, stand for the righteous act of the saint. When you should think about clearly. Okay. Bright and clean, bright and clean. When you put that in your ta like a poro, ta sota she, petinya penny sick of baba, napper or dinner. Oh, Lopetamu Bakra Sukumotala, Patamu Uwe Army, Agulu, Patapitama Pusicolo. Penny Tevera delay. Little placer si qui a several conetevera. Dota duku, ta duku do to or dota waka so. Doka trick a trulo, a giddy eat ta one me poissosi a ta totalolo. Ta one me poissosi a ta totalolo. Little Kudaro Patinyala Paine Lin. Bright and clean. Okay. My friends, my brother and sister, you should think about carefully in the was no wedding clothes. A weather to good to weather ba move a good to ba. Erote dinero. Let an akudaro talo palanela mopuni, babapalo pathala, patamupu, amala, patapitama pusicolo. You should think about carefully wedding clothes. What is mean? Wedding clothes mean you should think about carefully in your lifetime. Okay, we are created be like God. Okay, in truth, righteousness, and holiness. Away ne babatinyala tala mea tati pala yua ke wo litano kutala le yua punik about tamita to no tato talo no ta sota shini kaba uwenilo kutara ni pakropatu pata sikola patamupulo no katutara pala pay ni tevra dile no umuwara le pay ni compassion kindness humanity gentleness and patience. Away sequani babakudo to rowe tati the pani sequolo. Knowledge and image of its creator. Away patinyala powera the pani tabati boa tabati little kutaroni bakaba mathoro petamu uge lepakale nele mopune pagbauro mokuto pagden mala babakuro to rowe tami tato tasota silo petamu punilo learning mado takado kudo to poala sikala pagden mala no katrik katru when pagden mandino no a plowe gigi wawa lebatamu pusikolo. Okay, my friends, my brother and sister, you will get something from this one. You want to read in bed, you can read in bed, and then Matthew chapter 22 verse 11 talk about including in the Paul written the Ephesians chapter 4 verse 24. Later then, the Colossians chapter 3 verse 10 to 12, another Revelation chapter 3 verse 4, another Revelation chapter 16 15, another Revelation 19 verse 8. Everything is given to you. Whatever you desire, you take it or not. I think that God bless you all. So you mercy teach you the way of God. Okay. Thank you so much, my friends. Bye bye. I will see you next time. Okay.